T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
I just realised the thing, the thing was on mute. Mad thing. You lot hopefully can hear me now. My computer has been bugging. Can you not hear me now? Put something in the chat. Please tell me you can hear me. If not, the thing's mash up. Tell me if I'm good now. Am I good now? Because my computer's going mad. Hopefully you lot can hear me now. It's man like Matt. Team Kop-Ish. One. Yeah, got me? Cool. Perfect. Yeah, my computer's been playing silly buggers today, people, and I've been glitching as well. So yeah, man. No, but people, listen, before I say anything, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. It's Team Kop-Ish. You know what time it is. Your boy, a man like Matt. It's Liverpool time. We're here to discuss what's going on with our club. Are we going to make more signings? I don't know. Drift should be on the way very shortly. I don't think I'll be able to make it tonight. But listen, people, we're here to talk about what is going on. And I'll need yours guys' opinions as well. Do you get what I'm saying? I need to know what's going on, people. I need to know what's going on. And I'll be honest, like, I'm just not... I don't want this to be a negative show as well, people. I just want us to discuss, but also I want everyone to be honest about how they feel about Liverpool's situation regarding the transfer market. Because one thing we can't do, people, is disrespect the signings of McAllister, Soboslai, and Endo. Because they all wear the shirt. This is more about our Liverpool acting in the right manner. This is about our Liverpool doing things the right way. This is about, did we pick the right sporting director? This is about, are we going to make any more signings? And if we are, have we left it too late? Did we fumble the bag with the whole Caicedo and Lavia thing? Everybody knows we got money. Hence, right now, a lot of the times you'll see us get linked to a player. And then within about a couple of hours, news will get back to us that they're not selling unless you get a humongous fee. I'm seeing a pattern, if you ask me, people. Big at everybody in the chat as well. Love to you all. Let me see what people are saying in the chat. What are you lot saying? Big up Tammy. Says, doesn't look like anything's going in, to be honest. There's a lot of talk in it, but nothing's really happening. Just talk. Like, just rumors, in it. Emza says, not the best rebuild. I agree. Amit says, Matt, I take it all back about what you said last live show. I thought about it more properly. We should go for Decore, even if he's 70 mil. I hear you, Amit. I hear you. Big Fish says, I'm happy Matt 10 got over the line. Oh, yeah. He got the appeal. Yeah. The appeal went through in it. It got overturned. I think we need to sign someone. 100% we do. Kay says Klopp push for the Endo signing, which is our last one. It can't be our last one, but this is what we're here to discuss about. It can't be. It cannot be. It can't be, for real. It just can't. If it's the last one, then boy, we're finished. Shakar says I'll I will have triplets before LFC make a CDM signing. Well, boy, that means you're already, you get what I'm saying, already up to something. You're already cooking up something because you never know what could happen. Big up yourself, Shaka. Saf G says not happy. Amit again says the Kudos one actually surprised me. I actually thought he might be going Arsenal personally. Big up Gunilly tweeting about it already. He's upset that he's going West Ham. But I said you got Havertz, isn't it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Pick up John. Glasgow Rest TV. Big man like Matt takeover FFSG. Bun FSG for real. All day, every day. Trust me. And it is a takeover right now. But I think Drifty will be here shortly. John Conway says, big up, Matt. Big up yourself, John. Revenite says, Decore is done. Now they said they want crazy money now. I hear you. That's kind of our fault, though, isn't it? Like, we're just faffing about, like, just being stupid. Haji says, I need rights. This is a joke. Big up Tron. He says, I hope we're here to speak the real truth. Seriously, why about the direction of this club? Can we get a real director of football to fix this mess? I agree. Now we're gonna speak about that. We have to, because man, like what's his name? Vape man just can't get in the way of just vaping and doing nothing.
What's going on, bro? What's going on, people?
We're just playing ourselves, bro. Do you know what's so mad? Yeah, when I put the title of the video, I was thinking to myself, I don't know if it's the right title, and I was gonna say to Drift, like, oh, is this the right title? Because I was thinking, are we gonna sign anybody, or are we gonna make the right signing? And I said to myself, do you know what? I think I picked the right one, because I generally don't know if we're gonna sign anybody. Like, there's just a lot of hearsays and that, but I just don't see anything concrete. And do you remember last time when we were kind of not in a similar predicament, but like we thought we might do something rare, and we end up with Arthur. Yeah, it's kind of mad still. It's kind of mad. Kay says, thoughts on Nunes to City. I actually think he will cook for City. Playing with better players, bro. He's playing at Wolves. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, Mateus Nunes.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Amit says, George the comedian is a disgrace. I can't lie, all man does is vape. I don't know what else he does. Oh, and then pay the odd release clause. Because remember, people need to remember, McAllister wasn't even his signing. It was Ward's signing. Ward's the one that set out that deal. All he's done, George, is do the Soberslide deal. Jermaine Liverpool says, big up man like Matt, big up yourself, Jermaine. Total Eclipse says, slap the likes, guys. Trust me, man. Put them likes in, please, people. Helps the channel, helps the video. But yeah, Drift. You know why we're here, innit? We're here to dissect what the hell is going on.
I know, we are indeed, bro.
I'll say this first, bro. We know we've signed Endo. Endo obviously has played it, but he's had his appearance, his first appearance against flipping Bournemouth. Obviously, more news comes out about how Klopp wanted to, speak. He had to speak to the owners to get them to make that signing. And since then, it's just been like hearsays of, if Palace want to sell Decore, it's got to be mammoth money. And anybody else, even I saw something with Kone, it's got to be mammoth money. Bro, are you worried that because we messed up the Caicedo deal and Lavia deal so badly that we're actually going to struggle to sign anybody because we've actually shown our hand? Do you think we'll actually sign anybody?
No, I don't. And the reason why I don't is because I think after what happened with my man last year,
Arthur,
yeah. After what happened with him, I think Klopp will never do another panic buy again because he realized what a waste that was. And let's be honest, I know, like, we shouldn't really care about this type of stuff, but even the owners probably looked at that and thought that was like literally 5 million down the drain. You might as well have just pissed in the wind. Like, literally, because when you actually think about it, he played 15 minutes of football for Liverpool and we had to pay for his rehabilitation as well. So really and truthfully, When you think, no, actually, it's about
and
10
his
mil.
wages.
It was about 10 mil
wages,
because, no, do you know what? I was thinking of his wages, but then I just remembered we
Yeah,
paid
yeah,
4 million for the loan fee, right?
for the
Or
loan
4 million
fee.
euros.
Yeah.
So, like, if you add it up, it was about 10 million euros probably for the whole Arthur package. You might as well have just pissed that in the wind. Do you know how much that gets me mad when I think about things like I have to live a normal broke life and 10 million pounds just got wasted like that in the atmosphere? Just 10 million pounds just got wasted in the atmosphere like
Bro,
that. That is madness, bro. So we're never going to do that again. I don't think we'll make another, because Liverpool's model isn't to waste 10 million. Like that, we don't just waste 10 million like that. That's
I
not,
agree.
you know what I'm saying? So we're not going to make any more panic signings. So unless there's a player who we've 100% been tracking for a while, and we're realizing this is the best time to pull the trigger on it, we are not going to buy anyone.
All right, hear this now, yeah? You might be right, and I'm kind of leaning towards that as well. I don't know if we're going to buy anybody. But shall I tell you what it is? And I think we need to kind of go back to
13 minutes. He paid 13 minutes.
Wow. Just
10 million euros for 13 minutes of football.
Do you know what? It sounds silly. We might as well have just not played him. 30 minutes actually just makes it worse. I don't even, it just makes it worse.
No. Do you know what? For his sake, at least he put the shirt on and ran on the pitch.
I hear that, bro.
Because if you say you played for Liverpool and you never touched pitch once in the whole thing, you can't say you played for Liverpool. At least Arthur at the end of his career could say, yeah, I played for Liverpool.
I'm doing that whole, do you know what? Yeah, I never played. A man would have to find footage of me playing, like, for them 30 minutes. But no, bro, but let me ask you this, because this is where I feel like we need to have a real serious conversation. This is for everybody in the chat as well. If you look at the way how we're making our signings and how we're dealing in the market, something ain't right, bro. I feel like there's no plan. I feel like it's a bit scattergun approach.
I think there was a plan, and the plan got ruined. So now they're like, what do we do now? You know, like that.
So,
you know the emoji, like
this is what I think. No, fact, the emoji was like
the emoji. You know the emoji.
Yeah. No, that is so true. This is what I think. Yeah, Liverpool had a plan when they had Michael Edwards and the old committee was still there. Michael Edwards left, but the blueprint was there. Julian Ward was able to kind of see a little bit of that blueprint through, but then there was some miscommunication, and that just got wiped out. Even from last season, bro, or even let's even go as far back as like Jota, Thiago, and who was the third one? We bought 3 that summer. Who was it? Jota, Thiago,
Simi,
and Simi. Yeah, I saw that window and thought, okay, no, they're quality signings, but was it enough? So I figured, all right, cool. So it's not about the quality.
No, that was a brilliant. That was a brilliant window in terms of quality.
No, but I'm just trying to go back.
We should have done 2 more players in that summer. That's what the problem was.
But let me kind of like even fast forward to say the season just gone. Well, we got Nunes, Carvalho, and the right back
Ramsey,
yeah, Calvin Ramsey. I look at that window and think, we bought a guy that was a 10, but we don't play a 10. We bought a striker who we needed down the line, but didn't necessarily need yet. And we bought a right back who just had bare potential, but we're supposed to be chasing for all major honours. When you just put it all together, not about how you rate them, but when you put it all together, don't you find that a bit strange? Because, like, I give an example, like, you would never see a Man City do that. You'd never see a Chelsea do that. Dare I say, even an Arsenal. They wouldn't really do them type of signings there. And I know Liverpool tried to do the whole, you're trying to be shrewd, you're trying to be smart, but there just comes a time when it's like, bro, these signings and the direction we're going, like, are these the right caliber of signings or for what we need? How do you feel about that?
There's a lot to unpack.
Looking back at it, all right. Looking back at it now, those 3 signings, did you think that set us up in the right way going forward for the season that we had?
No, it didn't. I was just happy because we bought Nunes, but if you really deep it, no, it didn't.
And
And
this
in
is my argument.
hindsight, it's a little bit easier to say it now because at the time we thought that Cavalier was a Klopp signing, so we
Oh, of
thought
course,
Klopp knew. We thought Klopp knew what he was going to do with him. It's now been shown it wasn't a Klopp signing, so Klopp didn't even care he was here. Like he wasn't bothered he was here, so that wasn't part of the plan. Nunes was the only one that I think Klopp wanted and got. And then I think that's why we went and bought Gakpo in January, especially because like we realized that we didn't do enough in the summertime, innit? But no, it wasn't enough. Every year, like, here's a mad thing. We nearly won the quadruple, yeah? So that year, we don't question anything. We got Diaz in January as well, which was beautiful. So we don't question anything. Just like when we won the league, we didn't question anymore. How did we only buy Elliot and Sepp Vandenberg when we just won the Champions League? But we won the league. So nobody was left worrying or wondering about anything because why would you when you're blowing up the league the way we did? We won the Premier League in record Premier League win. No one's ever won the Premier League that early before in the history of the Premier League. So not only did we win the Premier League, we obliterated it. And I'll be real, if it wasn't for lockdown, we would have obliterated it even sooner. Lockdown just threw a bit of a like
threw a bit of a curveball in it.
Yeah. We wouldn't have lost to Arsenal after the restart if that had just been the momentum going. We wouldn't have, you know what I mean? Like all that stupidness that happened afterwards. So we would have won the league even earlier. So we didn't question it.
So just quickly, don't forget what you're gonna say. Someone just pointed out, and this is so true. This is the one where we got mad. When we won the league, didn't we go and sign? No, when we won the Champions League.
Yeah, it was the Champions League, and then we got
we got Vandenberg. Yeah.
Which is, but that isn't even. Do you know that's not even Luton Town transfer window? Do you know that?
Like
that's not even a Luton. Yeah, that is a championship window.
That is that behavior, and because we won the league, it was like
we didn't care anymore because we won the league.
Yeah, we didn't really care, but the signs were there that like something's not right. There's a disconnect between maybe the committee and Jurgen Klopp. And this is what kind of brings us full circle now. I feel like since that's all happened.
Here's the thing though, boss, because I know I'm gonna forget to just land my point on that. You see the year that we nearly won a quadruple? I swear the only player we bought in that summer was Konate. Am I wrong? Or was that the only player we bought in the window?
No, wasn't Diaz there?
Diaz came in January, G. If you go back to the summer of that year...
Oh, in the summer. Sorry. Yeah, it was Konate. Hold on. Was it just...
Was Ibu not the only player we bought that year? I swear...
Let me check now.
Correct me if I'm wrong, people. The only player we bought that year was Ibu.
Was it Am just I wrong? Ibu? Hold on. It can't be, bro. There's someone else.
People are saying I'm right. Yeah, that was the only player we bought. That was the only player we bought that window, bro. Ibu. Now, because we went on and nearly won a quadruple, again, we didn't think about it. Plus, we bought Diaz in January. But, bruv, how can you only bring in one player in a window? That's think your team is good enough to only bring in one player in a window?
Yeah, a lot of people saying, it's just Ibu. Because you're right. Yeah, because we got Diaz in January. So we only got two players like that
across that season.
Yeah.
And we only bought Diaz because Tottenham were gonna get him. If Tottenham hadn't done that, we'd have only bought Ibu in that whole season. Bruv, we've been doing this whole don't buy players thing for a minute, For a minute, bruv. And right now, I think that's one of the main things that's making me realize. That's one of the main things that's making me think that we won't do any more buys now either, because the point I was coming to is not only is it that we don't really buy players very often, we never really buy in bunches.
See, this is what
very rarely do we buy in bunches like 5-6 players all in one. I don't even think we've ever done that.
But here's the thing: it's not that we need 5 or 6 every summer. But there are some summers where you need to do a bit more. But I feel like a typical Liverpool transfer window is 2 or 3 signings max. That's all we're gonna get. It's normally the same thing, 2 or 3. Going back to like we're talking about Sepp Vandenberg, Harvey Elliott, and Adrian. That's only 3. Nunes, Carvalho, and
Ramsey.
Who's the other one? Ramsey. That's another 3. Thiago, Jota Simicas. That's 3. This summer, so
I think
far,
4 is the only time. 4 when it was Flacco, Shaqiri, Ox, and Allison. That's the only time when I think we've done 4. And that was obviously the beginning. That was right at the beginning.
That's 18, 19, bro.
Like,
it's so what? Do you know what it is about?
I don't know, bro. We bought 3 already. Now we're at our limit, right?
Yeah,
we're at the limit, bro. We bought 3 players.
Yeah. So if we buy 4 players right now, we're practically going into overdrive. Like,
yeah. And
like
what's mad about it? Yeah. What's mad about it? First of all, 3 players is not a rebuild, and this summer's supposed to be a rebuild. But let me read this list. Incomings.
Here you go.
Soboslai, McAllister, and a few players have come back from loan. Vandenberg came back from loan. Reece Williams came back from loan. But I think they might even have gone back out on loan.
I think Vandenberg's gone back out, I want to say.
I think so. Ramsey came in, but he's gone back out on loan again.
Yeah.
So those are the only players that came into the club. 3 of those were loan players, our players coming back from loan, right? Yeah. And then Endo. So that's the 3 players that we brought in. This is how many players have left. And I'm just saying names. I'm not saying that they were important or anything like that. I'm just saying how many people have left the club.
Have you got the list? I've got the list, you know.
Yeah. And this is permanently left.
Yeah, permanent. Yeah,
Fabinho,
go. Yeah.
Fabinho, Henderson, Firmino, Keita, Ox, Milner, Arthur, Ramsey, going on loan. Carvalho on loan. Yeah, Reece Williams went on loan. Vandenberg went on loan. Yeah, they all did go out on loan because they're in the list now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 senior players, 4 on loan, have left the club. So that's 7 permanent people have left the club. 4 have left on loan, yeah?
Yep.
And we've only brought in 3. Yep. We have got the smallest squad in the entire Premier League. It was put out, a report was put out today, 23. We have got the smallest senior squad in the entire Premier League. We've only got 23 senior players. And
this is the biggest rebuild in clubs in the
And
history.
this is supposed to be a rebuild. I really don't get it, bro. Like, I really don't get it. Like, why would you undercook yourself? Why would you undercook yourself in any way, shape, or form?
All right. You see, I'm going to be a little bit of devil's advocate. I don't believe this. I'm just giving you another opinion that maybe as to why we're doing this. Even though I don't believe it, I'm just giving you something else that we didn't think of. James Milner, first team minutes. Oxlade-Chamberlain, not first team minutes. Naby Keita, would you say it was first team minutes? Kind of was up until last season.
Naby Keita still has to go down as a first teamer.
All right. So Milner, Naby, Firmino, Henderson, and Fabinho. Yeah, that's 5 players that are first team minutes. Sorry
to cut about. I reckon if you're on the bench every week, you're a first teamer, so you should throw Ox in there as well. If you don't have to start the game, but if you're always on the bench, if you're fit, you're a first team player. And Ox was on the bench if he was fit, so I'd say Ox was a first team player.
We'll put Ox, because he wasn't until like January when they had I don't know if it's a fallout or whatever, but we'll say that. So that's 6, yeah, and we brought in 3. You don't necessarily have to do 6 for 6, but you got to get closer than 3. That's half. That's half. And even if you think like those 3 players are going to play all the time, what happens if they get injured? Because then you start looking at the players that are below them and how the quality starts to drop off. And you have to think about it. Obviously, they weren't in their prime necessarily when they left, but the quality was still good enough for the Prem for many years, and you've just left that vacant. James Milner, that's experience, obviously, with Firmino's experience, Henderson's experience, Fabinho's experience, Ox's experience. Naby, maybe not so much, but that's experience that's kind of just gone. Now, I'm not trying to say, because I'm a big advocate for this, I'm not trying to say you go and get experienced players. But what I'm saying is, you've gone and got 3 players. You don't know how they're going to take to the Premier League over a long haul of time. You don't know that. We're praying that all of them will stay as healthy as possible, but you also have to be realistic as well and go, at some point, they naturally get injured because this is football. There isn't a player in the world who doesn't get injured, right? You can't let 6 go and only bring in 3. It should be minimum 4 or 5. Minimum. I would probably say 5, because you might be able to say, well, with the other one, all right, cool, we didn't really have as much minutes, so therefore it's 5. Bro, we've been saying it, the chat's been saying it, all of the Liverpool country has been saying it. We're 2 players short, and I think it's kind of obvious. Whether you think that's 2 midfielders, whether you think that's a midfielder and a centre-back, we're 2 players short, bro. It don't.
Yeah,
It
I
don't. It
agree.
just don't add up, bro. It don't add up.
Would that brings it up to the 25-man squad limit
Yeah.
anyway? If you bring in the 2 players, which in my opinion is absolute negligence to go into a season without the allotted amount of players that you're supposed to have. Because the reason why that number exists is because 3 of them are goalkeepers. So straight away, you're only talking about 22 outfield players. 22 outfield players means you've got 1 first 11 and you've got a backup for every position that 11 is. That's basically how it works out, right? When you actually think about it. Your 3 goalies and then 2 11s. And obviously, the reason why they've done the 2 11s is because they're basically giving the team a possibility to have a backup for everybody who starts. So within that 11, you've got a replacement in every single position. So as it stands, with us only having a 23-man senior squad, there's 2 positions in the squad straight away that don't actually naturally have that 11 for 11 replacement straight away. So you're going into the season light. And you're going into the season taking a big risk that if an injury happens, you don't have cover in that position. If that is one of the positions where you haven't got the extra 2 players from, so it's negligence just on that front. And here's the mad thing: if you were only in the Premier League, like say Tottenham or Chelsea, I'd be like, yeah, it's not really a big deal. Like it's not like maybe we're just being a bit silly. We want them extra players, but it's not really a big deal. We'll play a maximum of 50 games, an absolute maximum of 50 games, and that's if we win both cup competitions. Absolute maximum of 50 games, and that means you've got to do a domestic cup double to get to play those 50 games. You know what? It isn't that big of a deal. But when you've got Europa League or Champions League, so you've got a guaranteed 6 games more, plus what you're hoping will be about another 11 or 13 games, based on whether you're in Europa or the Champions League, because that's how many more games it takes to win that competition. You have to start then realizing those 2 players are going to be extremely important when you got that Thursday, Sunday, or you got that, you know what I mean? You got that European nights where your squad's going to have to start being rotated a lot more and all that. The Christmas period when it goes all mad, you play that 4 games in 10 days and all that. You start realizing, oh, hold on a minute. Nah, this is mad. Like, we are going to need those extra players. So if we don't buy these players, we're setting ourselves up for failure, bro, to be quite honest with you.
100%. Look what someone said there, and like this is what I'm talking about. Like he said, God forbid if Mac or Sobo get injured. Do you want to know why? Because if they do, who's next in line? Let's just say Thiago, but you never guess what? You know how much we love Thiago, innit? We love Thiago, world-class player. But his fitness, let's keep it apart, it's abysmal. It's actually abysmal. Thiago, you can't rely on him for fitness. You can rely on him for quality, but you can't rely on him for fitness, unfortunately, from what his Liverpool career has shown. So you can't rely on him if someone gets injured. Then you've also got Curtis Jones. Again, he's just been unfortunate. But remember I was saying the other day about Curtis Jones is unfortunate with injuries at the wrong time. Like I'm praying that, because I remember Klopp said something about he had a knock or something, but it's like, bro, a knock and you're not even back in training.
He got a kick in trade. No. Remember, he played. He came off the bench against Chelsea. He had the knock before the Chelsea game, and then I think it was a thing like we shouldn't have really played him against Chelsea because I think he aggravated it. But I don't think it's anything serious. I think he'll be in the squad for Newcastle.
If he's in the squad for Newcastle,
I don't think.
No, if he's in the squad for Newcastle, then fair enough. But again, I still worry about him because he is one of those players where like you'll just see a report and it'll say, yeah, Curtis Jones just, I don't know, something just happened, and you're like, what? Like out of nowhere, bro. He'll play 8 games, be on form, and then out of nowhere, Curtis Jones goes missing for like 15 games, bro.
You know what though? I don't think he's injury prone. You know.
No, he may not be injury prone, but his availability hasn't been the greatest since he broke into the team. You know.
But a large portion of that was because of his eye injury. I think people forget that when he missed all that time, it wasn't eye injury. That's an anomaly.
No. I'm not debating like how he got injured. But it's still a fact he got injured. And it's still a fact of you're still missing games. It's unfortunate because I would never sit here and say he's necessarily injury prone, but he's susceptible to like, what's the word I would say? Like, he just gets injured at the wrong time. So he might have the same amount of injuries as somebody else, but his timing is bad, bro. Like,
yeah,
really
but
bad.
I don't really think we can think about that moving forward because that's a past problem. Like, who's to say that will happen in the future?
No, but what I'm saying is we've started a brand new season with Optimism, and Curtis Jones already has missed 1 game. Well, it doesn't matter how it's happened. I'm just saying he's missed 1 game already. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's unfortunate, and then Harvey Elliott, like, are we giving the keys to Harvey Elliott if Sobo and McAllister can't play? Are we giving him the keys? So who's next in line after that? Is it who's next? Is it could it be Gakpo in the 8? Am I missing someone?
Yeah, well, I mean, Gakpo's already played in the 8, so
who else am I missing?
No one.
That can't be.
You said
Is that
Elliott, you said
everybody?
Jones, you said Thiago,
Yeah.
and you said Gakpo. Yeah, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. No, Endo.
No, I'm not using Endo because Endo's what we're seeing him as the 6. I'm talking about the 8.
Oh, just 8. Yeah, that's it. 8s. Yeah, Soboslai, McAllister, Jones, Elliott.
Oh, Basecic, if we class him, but I'm hearing they want to class him as the 6.
Well, yeah, I'd put him as a 6 as well. Yeah, I think he can. I think he's an 8, but that can play 6, or a 6 that can play 8, whichever way you want to put it. So he can go in both categories. But yeah,
again, I don't want this to turn into a negative conversation. But when I said those names, are you a bit worried that as soon as you go from Soboslai, McAllister, and Thiago, the rest of the names, like, do you feel like there's enough there, like quality, not necessarily quantity, quality, bro? Is there enough?
No. There's nowhere near enough.
And this is why Liverpool fans are worried about, are we going to make more signings?
Can I just say something though, real quick about Jones before we move on?
Yeah.
This is why I don't actually think he's injury prone. In the 21-22 season, he missed 61 days, which ended up being 16 games, which is a lot of games with that eye injury that we were talking about. Last season, he missed 10 games, which was a total of 42 days with a stress response of the bone. I don't know what part of his body that was, but he had a stress, like a stress of the bone. I don't even know what that kind of injury is. And like I said, he missed 10 games. Do you know those are the only 2 injuries he's had in the last 2 seasons? So even though there's quite a big chunk of games in each of those seasons that he's missed, 10 games or 16 games, that's quite a lot of games to miss. He's not injury prone.
But do you remember when I said it's the timing?
No, I get that. But like some people in the chat are like saying, let's not sugarcoat it. Curtis Jones is injury prone. He's not. That's not injury prone. That's just 2 bad injuries. When you're injury prone, you've got 2 weeks with a hamstring, 3 weeks with a thigh strain, little niggle this, and like throughout the season, there's a scattering of loads of times where you've missed. If you just miss one chunk of games with an injury and then you're fit the rest of the time, you're not injury prone. That can happen to anybody at any time. Curtis Jones is not injury prone. He's not. He just seems to have had bad injuries that have made him miss a long period of time.
I'll be honest though. Like I said, I don't think he's injury prone, bro. But he gets injured at the wrong times, at crucial times, bro. Crucial.
But is it not just crucial to us because we're always like, we've got no one in the team, so it's like, oh shit, we need him and he's not here. But like, if you really deep it, if we had adequate thingy, we probably wouldn't have been as bothered about his injuries. If we had an adequate squad, do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, 100%. But this is what I mean, though. Like, if you're having to rely on Curtis Jones, who I do think has talent, and we're sitting here talking about whether I think he's injury prone or not, and you as well, that says about where we are. Because, like you said, if he was like number 5th down the list or 6th or something, say there was somebody else. Let's just say, for example, we got Andre from Fluminense as Harm. Say we brought in someone else. Yeah, you wouldn't be as bad, but he's kind of next in line. You want to know why he's next in line? Because I don't know if Thiago's going to stay fit, bro. I love Thiago, bro. That's my guy, bro.
Oh, Jones is definitely the next in line in terms
but
of
this is what I'm saying. But you know what worries me is that, you see, people were already panicking if that McAllister ban didn't get overturned, you know? Because what would we have done?
Well, like I said, I think Jones is back in the squad for this week, so it would have been Jones.
I don't think people, is he back this week?
Or it would have been Gakpo, innit?
But I don't want to get into that, you know. I don't want to get into that because I've been saying it for a minute. Like, and big up Kyle, because Kyle was the first person to actually even just guess and say, you know what? And I'll say this for Kyle. Kyle has repeatedly said it. He never wanted Gakpo to play the 8. It was just something that he just said that he think might happen because he could see Klopp doing that because of the work rate X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Big up Kyle to the chat. Right?
We might gotta live long.
You gotta live long, brethren. Big up Cow again. He said literally, like, he's like, I don't want this to happen, but he's like, I can see it though. I can see it. Big up Cherry. Love, bro. But yeah, bro, of course I'm stressed. We're all stressed out here, bro. You know, like, people are saying I'm being too negative. Like I said, yeah, as well. I don't want this to be a negative show. I'm just trying to be realistic in terms of where we are. Listen, I haven't sat here and gone, we're done, we're in the mud. I haven't said none of that. But what I am, though, is concerned about where we are and how we're trying to get transfers over the line. We're looking at the squad and we're trying to identify the weak points that we have in the squad. And I think it's kind of obvious as well. We know it's midfield and we know it's defense. But as things stand right now, we're not in the best of shape. Obviously, it always looks a lot better when you win a game. And because we won a game, it kind of takes a lot of pressure away from the owners and whatever. But I don't want people to, like, forget about where we are. This is supposed to be a rebuild. And don't get it twisted. We are blessed. We got Mac and Sobo and Endo as well. But there needs to be more. If we go into the season with those three midfielders, on top of the ones that's left, I hate to say it, but I'm just worried that injuries will be our downfall again. And we've gone through that same old story before. People always getting injured.
I agree.
That's what it is, bro.
I agree. Injuries do seem to always be a bit of an Achilles heel, bro.
Yeah, bro.
But I mean, it's mad because a lot of the people in the chat, I'm not going to start pulling out names or whatever, that's long, but a lot of the people in the chat say, nah, Jiffy is injury prone. Or so we're saying, if you don't think he's injury prone, it's like, I'm not going to lie, like, that's the type of stuff that does make me laugh. Like, if you want to run an agenda. I literally just read out his 2 injuries, one of which was an eye injury. And with the actual facts, people still want to say, nah, Curtis Jones is injury prone. It's like, guys, come on. I literally just read out a fact to you. He's had 2 injuries in the last 2 seasons, one of which is an eye injury, and an eye injury is not football related. It means you can't play football, but you can get an eye injury at any moment of any day. That doesn't make you injury prone. Your eye is probably the most sensitive part of your body. So, like, that's not an injury prone type of injury.
Yeah.
He's not an injury prone player.
No,
Curtis Jones is not injury prone.
No, but I said he gets injured. And again, maybe because people are trying to say, oh, I think he's injury prone by saying that comment. It's a weird one. He's not injury prone. Like, I want to stress, he's not injury prone. Like, I don't know. He's just picking up injuries. Therefore, I say he doesn't. But what I'm saying is he gets injured just at the wrong times. Like, you know, when, like, I don't know, say, for example, Thiago's already injured and someone else is already injured. And you're thinking, okay, we got Curtis Jones. And you look on the list and you go, oh, yeah, I forgot Curtis Jones is injured. Even if he goes missing for 3 games, you'll remember that. Because it's like when we needed you, you weren't there. That's all it is, bro. Not like to. No,
I get it, but he missed big games in a row. He missed a lot of games in a row. It wasn't scattered throughout the season. There was just a big chunk of the season when he was missing. But then he was available either side of that. Like, if you think about the run in last season, Curtis Jones is the reason why we nearly got 4th. He was a big part of that run because he came in and he started to play extremely well.
Oh, 100%.
So he was available when we needed him. So he's not always available when he's not always unavailable when he's needed. You get what I'm saying? I just think he's had 2 bad injuries in the last 2 seasons. And because he was missing for a long period of time, people are thinking, because 26 games in 2 seasons is a lot when you say it out loud. You're like, right, I missed 26 games in 2 seasons. It sounds like a lot, but it wasn't scattered. And that's why I'm saying he's not injury prone. If you just miss a chunk of games in 1, you're not injury prone. You're injury prone when you miss 2, then you're back for 3. Then you're out for 4, then you're back for 1, then you're out for 1, then you're back for 3, then you're out for 1. That's injury prone. Naby used to do that. Matip used to do that. Ox used to do that. That is what you call injury prone. When you're back, then you're out, then you're back, then you're out, then you're back, then you're out. I just said
he gets injured at the worst time, at bad times.
No, but people in the comments are saying that he's injury prone. Even after me reading the facts, I'm like, he's not injury prone. Curtis Jones is not an injury-prone player. He's just had 2 bad injuries that have made him miss a lot of football in the last 2 seasons.
But I know you're one of Jones's biggest supporters. Like, I hear you, and I hear you defending him. But but this ain't even about Curtis Jones. This is about
Gomez. That's another one. Injured, not. Injured, not. Injured, not. Those are what you call injury-prone players.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is this, though, because the only reason I mentioned Curtis Jones, because we're talking about the midfield, and I'm talking about availability and some of the players that we might have to rely upon if, obviously, we get an injury to one of our starting midfielders or a suspension, which could have been a possibility up until yesterday. I just need like people to understand this. Like, we brought in the midfielders that we have, those three. I think they're going to be good for us. They're going to be amazing for us. However, we need more. That's all it is. And for the person in the chat that's saying I'm talking nonsense, that's your opinion. That's your opinion, innit? I've got a different opinion to you. That's all it is, bro. But you know what I'm saying? If you want to say something else, say it, and then we can discuss it, whoever that person's in the chat. But
so basically what the problem is right now is that there is 7 days left of the transfer window. And what we're worried about right now is that there isn't a player that we've already had our eye on. Because
is it only 7?
There's 7 days left, yeah. No, 8 days says 31.
No, but even still though. Bro, I don't know what it is. My brain
was it midnight August the 31st?
Yeah, I think it might be, you know.
So there's 8 days left then.
All
8 days left of the transfer window.
Do you remember when the people were saying Matt's panicking? Did you remember earlier on when people
today?
Today, joking, but like kind of jokingly serious, saying Matt's panicking, you know. Do you see why? You just said there's 8 days, bro. And all jokes aside, if you make a signing within 7 or 8 days, it's going to be one or the other. It's either going to be a signing that you've always wanted, or you scouted for time and you thought, all right, well, now we're going to do this, or it's going to be a scattergun approach. You're just going to go and get anybody. There's going to be no in between. I can tell that from now, because there's not enough time.
It's way down on the list. The guy, whoever we get, is going to have been way down the line in the list, bro. Because otherwise we would have already gone for him. I think, in my opinion, I reckon when they sat down, when Schmatke got the job, I reckon there was a few players that they identified that they want. And from the looks of it, I'm only speculating. None of this is facts. From the looks of it, Szoboszlai was number 1 on the list. And that's why we didn't fuck about.
Yeah.
The only reason why we messed around is because we knew we could, because they couldn't do anything about the price. But once we realized they weren't going to do anything, it was the last 12 hours, we just activated the thing, and it is what it is. Sobo was definitely the number 1 choice. As you said, Ward done the McAllister thing. I didn't know that. I thought Schmatke was part of that. But if Ward did the McAllister thing, that means that was already sorted out before Schmatke came here then. So they sat down. Sobo was the first on the list. In my opinion, I think Caicedo was second, Lavia was third, but they didn't think they could afford Caicedo, so they went for Lavia. And then when that madness happened, it was because we thought, hold on, is there a way we can actually get this guy? And we just jumped in the thing. But I reckon we were told we can't afford Caicedo. I reckon they told Klopp, no. But that was the second one we wanted. Then it was Lavia. I don't think there was another one, because I think that it was either, because remember, Fabinho was supposed to be staying. So
that's what I was going to...
It was whoever's coming in out of those two is coming in to play with Flacco for Flacco's last season.
Yeah.
Then what happened is Endo and Flacco left. And when they left, it was like, oh shit, hold on. We need more players now. Because it would have been Endo, Flacco, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Jones, Thiago. Which, even if you think Flacco and Endo aren't good enough anymore, is enough. That actually is enough. I personally would have been like, all right, let's go. I would have been cool with it. I would have loved another one just because we all want shiny toys and we want better players at the team. But if you're being realistic, Hendo, Flacco, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Jones, Thiago, Bajcetic. You can cook with that. I believe Flacco wasn't done.
I thought Flacco was done. More. I thought, if I'm being honest, I thought Flacco was probably more done than Hendo. Going by the way how Flacco was, I thought he was done, like just done. And I get it.
Yeah.
The difference of opinion, you thought it might just be fatigue, and you might be right. It's hard to say, but I just feel like if you would have just replaced Lavia with Flacco, and let's say Henderson still stays, so you've got Lavia, Henderson, Sobo, McAllister, Thiago, Bajcetic, and Jones.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You add Lavia or Caicedo to those players, that list I just read out, Flacco. And I think Flacco even staying because especially if it's Lavia, it'd be cool for Lavia to learn off of him. Even if he starts playing over him, having him there to learn from and have someone to take the burden if he has a bad patch or whatever, then Flacco comes in. That's cool. You can cook with that midfield. But once Henderson and Flacco left and we didn't have Lavia in the door yet, all of a sudden it's a bit of a panic scenario now. Like,
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
What do we do now?
Yeah.
And now that's why I think that Endo and players like that then got added to a list that they had to make when they sat down and had to think of another list.
Bro.
Because I think we got all the players that was on our list. I think we would have got Lavia if we didn't piss about. And Szoboszlai and McAllister already had come. Those three that was the list. In my opinion, I think that was the list. And then obviously it changed.
Listen, like I said before, the Endo one really surprised me. And it really surprised me because I'm just looking at profile. So take away like what I believe he will become. I actually think he might have become like a cult hero or something. Like it's hard to gauge, isn't it? But I just look at the profile that imagine you've gone from looking at a Caicedo and Lavia, you're looking at the young athletic DM compared to now a 30-year-old who's in his prime, but like he's not going to get any better. And now that's the player that you thought could replace either Caicedo or Lavia. And I know there's been a lot of like talk about this as a Klopp signing, and it probably is. However, this is where I feel like the sporting directors had a big part to play. The man knows Germany like the back of his hand. He's going to more so than Klopp because he's there while Klopp's in the Prem. This is where I feel like brethren are speaking and they're just like, fam, you got a DM for me? And he's like, I got a DM for you, It's kind of different for what you know what I'm saying? He ain't the young one, but this guy, he could, I see him play, he could do something. And I feel like I don't know, something just says to me, this is more of a Schmacker. And I could be so wrong here. It might be Schmacker and Klopp. In fact, it could just be Klopp, but I'm looking at the profile, bro, and I'm thinking, you've gone for 2 young DMs, and now you've gone for a DM/8 who doesn't fit the profile that we've been looking at. And I'm seeing people in the chat. Someone even said before earlier on, like, I know, in fact, it was Cal actually. Cal was like, apparently he wanted him for years. Okay, that's cool. I'm sure he's when he met
years. Yeah, he
watched him. I'm pretty sure Klopp's watched Messi and how many other players. That doesn't mean anything for me about you've watched them for years. They don't mean nothing. It's about.
Well, I guess that means that you've rated them.
No,
I guess
what you're doing
for
now.
years means you rate them, I guess.
Yeah, but bro, he's watched bare players for years and never signed them. But he chose my man because he feels like he can do a job. And it's not for me.
We're forced into a corner now. That's the problem, bro. Because we didn't get the Caicedo Lavia deal sorted.
And it's saying, no, I ain't got that bad to say about Endo. This is
into
more
a
about
corner
us.
now. Yeah, we're forced into a corner now. And the mad thing is, I've got a feeling if we'd bought Lavia, we would have still bought Endo, you know?
You think?
Yeah. I think Klopp likes the idea of having a senior DM. I think we would have still bought Lavia. That's why I think he wanted to keep Flacco around while Lavia learnt the trade. But now that Endo's come in and
So
we
who's
didn't
the young
get Lavia,
DM that we're supposed to get then?
No, now I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like we bought, obviously we've got Basetic, who's a young DM who's already.
See, this is what I was gonna say, bro.
Who might learn a lot of Endo. He might actually learn a lot of Endo.
I want people to understand as well. This ain't even about Endo in terms of like, oh, how do I rate him? I actually think Endo will be good. What I'm saying is, and this is why I feel there's a disconnect. I just find it kind of mad that the profile of the player has changed so dramatically, and that's what's making me ask questions over the committee. Not only that, the whole debacle over Caicedo and Lavia, bro. When I say we handled it so badly, for starters, trying to get involved in a deal which you knew Chelsea had done all that groundwork, and he kind of gave his okay to Chelsea, but you thought there was an opening. You threw the money in and thought, oh, you know what, we got a chance here. But kind of not really kind of, it was more just like a hit and hope, yeah? Then the Lavia thing, you've gone and made that public. Remember, you've made a British record bid for a midfielder that plays in my man's position. He sees that, then that falls through, and then you go back and go, nah, we're just playing, man. We weren't really gonna get him. We were just trying to see what was granted. Like, don't worry about it, fam. It was always gonna be you. Lavia just said, what? You think I'm a dickhead? I saw what you man were doing.
No, but do
You
you
man
want
rolled
to
up red carpet.
do you know why? Do you know why I don't
Come
believe
on.
that? Do you know why I don't believe that? Yeah,
Come
his
on,
feelings
bro.
might have been hurt a little bit.
Come on.
Everybody's got a bit of ego, a bit of pride. Of course, a little bit of pride would have been hit. Yeah, but I truly believe there's only two reasons he's gone Chelsea, and that's just bullshit. That makes him seem less of a bad person, even if it's just a little bit. One is that brother who is the person that had him at what do you call it, and then everywhere he's gone, he's taken him with him.
Oh, Joe Shields.
Yeah, so obviously there's already a relationship there with that guy, which matters a lot. Let's be honest, it matters a lot, especially if you're talking about literally like two or three clubs.
But his preference was Liverpool, even when Chelsea were rumored to be interested when we were, bro.
So the main part of this whole thing, bro, is length of contract and wages. And I don't care what anybody says to me. They can tell me I'm coping. They can tell me I'm whatever. They can want to grill Liverpool and push the agenda. Do what you want. What I'm saying isn't factual. So if that's your opinion, that's cool. Lavia wasn't really annoyed by the fact that Liverpool thingy to the point where he wouldn't want to come to Liverpool. He saw the shiny check, bro. He saw a 7-year guaranteed contract at Chelsea. And then plus Joe Shields throws a little bit of icing on top. He's like, yeah, do you know what? I trust you, bro. I'm going to follow you. If Liverpool matched the wages and the length of contract that Chelsea were giving Lavia would be a Liverpool player. But I guarantee you he'd be a Liverpool player, bro.
If we paid the money, the 50 mil that they wanted in the beginning, we would have got Lavia, I guarantee. We would have got Lavia, bro. Even if Chelsea came in and offered the bag. Bro, even people from his homeland were saying he wanted Liverpool. You might be... The thing is, I'm not trying to say that I'm not Lavia in it, so I can't sit here definitively and say it wasn't about money, it wasn't about location.
Why would he go Chelsea and follow the player who is basically the guy that they're bringing in to be that guy? And now you know that you have got a player that's in your position.
Bro,
why would you go there if it was for anything other than money, bro?
No, but it can't be
for development. My man was sitting at home last week. Bro, he went there for money. And it might end up being it might end up being a good move for him. We don't know the future. It might end up being really good.
But the
for
thing
Chelsea.
is, even if I'm
telling you, bro, he went there for length of contract and money, bro.
Bro, even if he did go there for money, we've allowed him to go there for money. That's another thing as well.
No, we have. Because I don't want to hear people telling me that Liverpool got done by Chelsea and Chelsea's so much of a better club for him that the appeal is better at Chelsea over Liverpool, and we pissed him off and now he's in his feelings. Chelsea spent 3 months chasing Caicedo. Why is Caicedo not in his feelings? Why isn't he thinking, why won't you put up the money for me?
But
why isn't he thinking you only put the money up when... him? But they weren't going to sign him. They weren't going to sign him, bro.
They were always going to sign him, bro.
Matt. If we left Caicedo alone, he would still be a Brighton player. I'm guaranteeing you.
Bro,
why did they come and inquire about Lavia and have Tyler Adams doing a medical? They was not going to sign Caicedo, bro. They thought it was too much money.
You're forgetting
and then they shit the bed when Liverpool put in a bid.
No,
bro.
Let me tell you this now.
I don't care what no one says. Bro, they were going to buy Lavia and Tyler Adams and leave Caicedo at Brighton, and they shit the bed when Liverpool.
They were going to get Caicedo and Tyler Adams, bro. Caicedo, they were always going to get. They were haggling with Brighton because they didn't want to pay the 100 million. The only reason why they started panicking a bit is because obviously when we went and made that fee, they weren't expecting us for starters, so they thought they had all the time in the world, bro. There's a reason why Caicedo turned down Liverpool. He already gave the green light to Chelsea. Chelsea were always going to get him. Chelsea also smoothened negotiations by getting the goalkeeper. Chelsea were always going to get Caicedo, bro. Trust me. They just had to pay more because we forced their hand. Now, regarding Romeo
I'm not saying he wasn't going to go there. Like, never, ever going to go there.
Bro,
I'm telling you,
regarding Lavia,
came and asked about Lavia because they saw it as a good replacement for Caicedo, and that's why Tyler Adams was going to come in to bolster the squad. Why on earth did Tyler Adams do a medical?
Bro, at one point, they thought they might not, even though Joe Shields is obviously very instrumental, at one point, Lavia gave his word to Liverpool. There's a reason why. Remember, like we said,
if he gave his word to Liverpool, he'd be a Liverpool player, bro.
Funny you say that. Funny you say that.
Chelsea, Caicedo gave Chelsea his word.
Hear me out. When we put in that first derisory bid of 37 mil, he gave his okay. Don't get it twisted. He gave his okay. But Liverpool couldn't agree the fee. Then we come back in again for 41 mil. I think it was 41. Then I believe we got back in for 46 or something. But that was kind of, we weren't too sure whether that bid even existed. So he's sitting there thinking, Liverpool giving their word. They know how much they got to pay, but they don't want to pay. All right, cool. I'll just sit here and wait a little bit longer. Lo and behold, he's sitting there. What's our next move? Do we improve the bid for Lavia? No, we just splash 111 on Caicedo. So hold on.
But why did we do that?
Bro.
Because Chelsea came and inquired about Lavia and were preparing a bid for Lavia. And we're thinking, hold on, we thought you wanted Caicedo. What are you coming to talk to Lavia for? That's our player. Once we realized Chelsea were doing that, I reckon we got word that Chelsea are realizing it might be a bit hard in terms of like their FFP thing to pay for Caicedo. So now they're going to do the cheaper alternative. And then they shit the bed when we thought, right, so that means we can get Caicedo because the agent played us. As soon as we made that bid for Caicedo, Liverpool were giving the assurances Caicedo wanted to come to Liverpool. We didn't make that bid. Don't believe these rumors going around that Liverpool didn't even speak to Caicedo. We just put in a bid for Caicedo, and then because it was a lot,
we didn't
spoke to the agent, and the agent said, "Yeah, Caicedo will come to Liverpool." So so he'll come, yeah.
No, but hear the joke, though. Hear the joke.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna activate the thing, and then once we did that, Chelsea shit the bed when they realized their number one target was not going to be available anymore. So they took 3 days to move shit around, move their finances around, and make a bid 3 days after when they were supposed to have had the deadline.
They got him.
Bro, why did they make a £70 million bid? They make a £75 million bid with add-ons to make it £80 million in 3 months, and then jump from 75, million
because
all
they
the way
had
up to 115 million. Who does that in a negotiation?
No.
Who jumps 35, 40 million pound in what you value in that? They shit the bed, Matt.
Bro, no, but here what I'm saying.
And then it took 3 days to do their loophole cheating.
You don't let me finish my point, bro.
I'm telling you, man.
Let me finish. What I'm gonna say is this, yeah. Regarding Caicedo, Chelsea, in my opinion, were always going to get him. But you're right. Yes, they shut the bed when they saw Liverpool, when they saw us involved. That's when they kind of had to go, do you know what? We can't mess about now. Remember, at this point, we weren't on the scene. They thought they could get him for lower than the 100 mil, bro. Hence why they were haggling. Just like how we were haggling for Lavia, bro. Remember, we were haggling because we thought we could get him for below 50. We were both doing the same thing. Except for when we saw that and we were like, hold on a minute. We might be able to get a player who we think is better than Lavia, and we might feel like he's going to be better long term as well. He's going to cost more, but we think it's going to be worth it. That's why we changed, bro. And Lavia is not dumb. I agree,
but why did we think that?
No,
because
why did we
I guarantee you, Caicedo and his agent told Liverpool, Chelsea can't afford it.
Bro,
are you willing to put in the amount? Because if you are, Caicedo will come to Liverpool. So we went, all right then, boom, here you go. Here's the 111 mil, dropped right on the end of the
you didn't even
raffle, whatever it's called. No, I'm just, you asked me why I think that we went in for him, and I'm saying because we got word Chelsea couldn't afford him. So we thought, right, is there an opportunity to jump in here? Hey, let's jump in.
Bro, do you really think Liverpool thought Chelsea can't afford Caicedo?
They couldn't afford Caicedo at the night of the auction. They couldn't afford Caicedo at the night of the auction.
They could afford him,
they would have put the bid in. They would have put the bid in on the night of the auction, man. Why did they take 3 days before they were able to put in a bid, bro?
They underestimated. No, see, this is why I feel like we're all right.
You know, there was an auction with a 12 p.m. deadline, man.
Yes,
and they didn't put in a bid. Why not?
No. Each team put in a bid, bro. Liverpool's bid was
Chelsea
higher.
Didn't put in a bid.
Yes, Chelsea they did, bro.
Chelsea did not put in a bid. Chelsea did not put in a bid, bro.
People in the chat, did Chelsea put in a bid on auction? Yes or no? Because they did, and Liverpool outbid them. I think it was about 100 mil. I think Chelsea put in, or 90 mil plus 10 million add-ons. Liverpool put 111. We outbid them on the auction, bro.
Chelsea didn't put in a bid.
But they did, bro.
How much was it then? How much was their bid?
100 million bid. I told you it's 100 mil, bro. The people are saying it as well. The bid was there, G.
I don't remember that ever being reported, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I didn't.
Chelsea put a bid in.
I did not see any reports.
Chelsea put a bid in, but our bid was higher. They underestimated us, thinking we're not going to do that, bro. And that's why they were panicking. It wasn't not that they can't afford him. They're thinking, what? We put in 100 million, Liverpool 111.
So why did they put in a bid for Lavia?
Well, sorry.
Why did they put in a bid for
afterwards? This is afterwards. Remember, they wrapped at Caicedo.
No, I'm sorry. Why did they inquire about Lavia? Why was Tyler Adams having a medical while they were inquiring about Lavia if they were putting £100 million bid in for Caicedo?
You know how the game works. Listen, this now. They've always liked Lavia. They've always liked him, but we were the front runners for Lavia. We're going for Caicedo now. Chelsea are thinking, hold on, Liverpool, we know Liverpool. They only do one deal at a time. Let's keep it a buck. So while we are trying to sort out the Caicedo thing, they're doing Caicedo and they're speaking to Lavia behind the scenes as well. Do not get twisted for a second. That's where Chelsea swooped in, bro, and was able to persuade him. Hence, when we went back there, it was too late, bro. Hence, Liverpool went back in and paid over the odds. Why did we pay over the odds, bro? Because that's desperation. Imagine that. You know the fee for a player is around 50, 55, you go on 60. At that point, you don't even care. You're like, crap, what do we... All right, we'll get a bit accepted and we'll try and see if we can change his mind. We fumbled, bro. That's all it is. We just fumbled the bag.
So if that's the case, then why didn't Lavia think, well, you've never wanted me? And why didn't he do this whole thing? Apparently, because Tyler Adams is having a medical at Chelsea.
No,
so
Chelsea...
even if you're gonna say they were gonna get Caicedo, that means it was gonna be Caicedo and Tyler Adams then. So all of a sudden they jump on the Lavia thing, and then Lavia goes, "Oh, you want me so much, I'm gonna come to Chelsea."
No, how is that
possible,
bro?
Then?
They wanted Lavia from before he went to Southampton.
So why did they have Tyler Adams take a medical? And why was everything literally about to be signed for Tyler Adams to become a Chelsea player who plays the exact same position as Lavia?
Hold on. Why are we bringing Tyler Adams into this equation now, sir?
Because Tyler Adams was at Cobham having a medical, Matt, and was about an hour away from the contract being signed to become a Liverpool.
Because they saw an opening.
Why did they go through all of that if they wanted Lavia all along?
No, but bro, they just
you wouldn't do that, bro.
Jeff, I don't understand what. No, Jeff, hear me out. You just asked me a question in regards to Tyler Adams.
This don't make no sense.
Of course it does, bro. I don't understand.
They never made one inquiry about Lavia for the entire time Liverpool were talking to him. They cancelled
the Tyler Adams
all
deal
of a sudden,
because they saw an opening for Lavia. What? Am I missing something here?
But if they wanted Lavia, they would have been inquiring. Why was Liverpool the only team that was in the race for Lavia until that whole debacle that happened? Why weren't we seeing reports that Chelsea are talking to Lavia and It was just, no, Liverpool are making bids. Liverpool,
are you forgetting
Lavia
the original plan? The original plan was Liverpool would get in Lavia. Remember, we would first see this season to try and get him. They had Tyler Adams locked up and they're going for Caicedo. Those were the original plans.
So why weren't they coming?
Hear me out, Jeff. Hear me out.
That's the point I'm making.
Jeff, hear me out. These are the original plans. We then turn our attention to Caicedo. They turn their attentions to Lavia.
No, they turned their attentions to Lavia before we turned our attentions to Caicedo.
My bro, but it doesn't matter. I don't understand.
It does matter. Of course it matters.
We've gone for Lavia. Then we see an opening, we go for Caicedo. They've started with Caicedo and they see an opening for Lavia. So they're gonna be like, well, you know what? Let's come and just get rid of Tyler Adams. I don't understand why Tyler Adams is a big issue. They just dropped him because they thought there's an opening for Lavia. Tyler
Adams and Lavia were going to be the two players they were going to get because they couldn't afford Caicedo. Lavia is a great alternative to Caicedo. Because if they could afford Caicedo, they would have.
No,
they would have bought him long time ago if they could afford him. Why would you spend 3 months trying to get a player if you can afford him?
Okay, why would you spend 100 mil or 150 mil on a player if there's no other team in the race at that point? Come on, bro. Let's keep it a buck.
Because Liverpool, Brian said all along that's how much they wanted.
And they were trying to haggle, bro. Don't you get it? They were haggling. Like how we were haggling with Lavia. I don't get it.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But then in the end, they couldn't afford it. Otherwise, they would have.
Oh, my
End
God.
of.
Bro, look, Chelsea have an unlimited amount of money. If they wanted to get Caicedo for 150 at the start, they could have, but they wanted to see if they could get him cheaper. But you know what happened, Drift? They saw us on the scene. They was like, okay, we can't mess about now. Got the deal over the line. I don't understand what's hard to understand about that.
So why'd they take 3 days after the deadline that Brighton set to come up with the money? If it was
because there was no pressure.
15 million.
Oh my gosh, Drift. No, you're missing the point. There was no pressure at that point. The players would have given his okay. Us as fans are thinking why they're taking long.
No pressure on who?
Bro, Caicedo has turned us down. Chelsea now know we'll just get that money. We'll just get it to them when they get to them. There's no pressure now. It's not a race. We've been ruled out
because Brighton was still telling them, hurry up and sort this out. Liverpool obviously are saying,
what happened?
Of course there was pressure.
There was
Of
no
course
pressure
there
for
was.
Chelsea.
Of course there was.
What,
Because
when he
that's why
turned
they
us down? Come on,
you do realize all the reports
What?
that were coming out around the time were saying Chelsea can't afford to make this bid, but they're trying to see what they can do in order to be able to make this bid.
Bro.
You do realize that, right?
Is that why?
Is
That's why
literally
that's why they surpassed our bid. That's how broke Chelsea are. They surpassed our bid.
No, I never said they're broke, but because of FFP, they had to find ways around it. And you know what ended up being the way? 9-year deal for Caicedo stretched across this whole thing again.
But they do that. That's regular for them. Come
They
on,
weren't
bro.
going to give Caicedo a 9-year contract at first. They ended up having to do that. They ended up having to do that in a way to be able to supplement the whole deal once we got involved.
You're underestimating.
But it's fine. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I truly believe that's what happened.
Bro,
they were going to get Tyler Adams and Lavia shit the bed when we made a bid for Caicedo. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If you're right, you're right. It is what it is.
Bro, when a player gives his word to another team, you kind of know that you're not under the same pressures that you were before. Because before you think you're fighting another team. That's when they were under pressure, bro. When we put that bid in, yes, there was pressure. But as soon as remember we was talking on the phone throughout the whole thing, as soon as he kind of gave his word or whatever to Chelsea and was like, I'm just gonna go to you guys. That's when Chelsea could kind of relax. To us fans, we're thinking, nah, they got to get this over the line. Brighton have got a deadline. But bro, what was we sitting there doing as well? We were sitting there saying, Brighton, if Brighton is serious, they'll set that deadline. Bruv, Brighton never set a deadline. All Brighton's official channels were saying, oh yeah, we just want to get this deal done as wrapped up and as soon as possible. It took them 3 days, bro. We could have taken them 5 days. And the deal still went
fair
through.
enough, but you do know the reports.
That's the annoying part.
You do know the reports from credible journalists were Caicedo's still willing to come to Liverpool if Chelsea can't afford him, but he just wants to be loyal to the fact that Chelsea spent longer. So if Chelsea didn't have that money, he was coming to Liverpool. So they were still under pressure to sort that deal out. It weren't no la-di-da, we can do it when we feel like it. It was, right, you better come up with the money soon.
No, but they're all right. Let me rephrase it. They're under less pressure than they were before, bro. Because he's given the word. He's like, I'll give you guys the time to make this still happen. Because remember, he's blocked our move officially. He's officially said to Klopp or whatever, I want to go Chelsea in it. Like, obviously, if this deal falls through, then I'll come Liverpool. He's kind of theoretically blocked the move, bro. You know that he has.
Look,
he's a dickhead for that. Don't get twisted.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's the extra wages.
I want Endo to clamp him, bro.
all I know is that at the end of the day, I don't even know how we ended up going on about.
No, bro. We're going into, but that's. Do you know what it is though? All jokes aside, that just goes to show you how frustrated we are with our transfer business. Because one of those two former players should have been at the club, and that's not disrespecting Endo, by the way, at all. I just want to make that clear. But you see how me and you are going back and forth. That's just natural frustration of the way how we've handled our transfer business, bro. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's frustration because there were two players there who we thought were good enough to take us to the next level, so to speak. And neither of them were brought in for various reasons, whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, whether you're right, whether you're wrong. That's frustration, bro. And I think that kind of like, in my opinion, speaks volumes about the fan base. I think everybody's frustrated. Some people might not be frustrated. For some people might be just like, you know what it is, it's cool, whatever. There's still 8 days left. But I just feel like that's frustration coming out, bro, because at one point, we thought we was getting Lavia. Then we thought we was getting Caicedo potentially. Then we thought we might have a chance with Lavia again. And we didn't get either, bro. And it's frustrating as hell, bro, to be like that. It is. And again, I just want to stress, that's nothing against Endo. It's just that those are the two players that we was excited about potentially signing for Liverpool. And we didn't get neither. And you can only look at it and go, it's kind of our own fault. It's our own fault. It's on us.
Yeah.
That's frustrating, bro.
The Lavia one is our fault. The Caicedo one's not our fault, but the Lavia one is our fault.
I feel like the Caicedo is still because we didn't do.
We got
groundwork.
We got played.
You can't
really say it's our fault
because we didn't do no groundwork though, bro.
But you don't have to do groundwork all the time in football. I think everybody keeps getting caught up in this. How many times do players go to clubs when they've been speaking to other clubs? Like
I hear that, bro. But you know, Caicedo
got double the amount of money we were offering him in wages in a 9-year deal. If anybody truly believes he went Chelsea because they were talking to him for longer, then you're just gullible. You're just gullible. He went from 130, which is what Chelsea agreed with him originally, which is why Liverpool matched the 130, to 250. Plus, he went from a 6-year deal to a 9-year deal. He went Chelsea for money. He was loyal to the cause for money. Don't be that gullible. Anybody who thinks he went there because they were talking to him for longer, Don't be gullible. Do not be gullible. He went there for money and contract length. The Caicedos, like you see all the things with his mom and all that stuff, like, good for them. They grew up in poverty. I'll never hate on anybody getting the bag. But bro, the Caicedos are now set forever because they just got a 9-year deal at Chelsea Football Club for 250 grand a week. They're set for life. That is why he went to Chelsea. Don't let anybody fool you into thinking it was loyalty because Chelsea spent so long talking to him. Because I tell you what, spending long talking to him didn't work for Liverpool because apparently Lavia went, oh, you don't really want me. Why are you taking so long with all these bids that you know aren't enough? Chelsea kept making bids that weren't enough. The scenario is literally identical. Chelsea kept making bids that weren't enough. Why did Caicedo go, oh, you don't really want me? Why'd you keep making these bids that you know ain't enough? Why is it? How comes one works for one and it don't work for the other?
Because they're two different people.
Oh, that's convenient though, isn't it?
But they're all the same, I guess. They're all the same. They're all the same.
No, people are different, but it's very convenient that one works for one and one don't work for the other.
We can't sit here and say every single ball is exactly the same, bro.
No, I'm not saying that.
And I'm not even trying to discount money.
Bro, to change the narrative based on the person for this scenario.
No, but of course money is a factor. No one's not saying money is not a factor.
Major factor.
But I also don't think we offered him pittance wages as well. Do you want to know why? I would find it very hard to believe that Liverpool would spend 111 million on a player, but give him say 100 grand a week. I don't know what the figure is. I don't think no. I'll be honest. I think it's all made up. Do you want to know why? It never got that far, bro. The offer got accepted. Contract length and all them things there. People just trying to make out a thin air. I'll be honest. I don't think we'll ever know that. I don't think we'll ever know that.
Agent, and we spoke to the agent and figured and found out what it was that it needed to be, and that's what it was. Because that's what Chelsea had already agreed with him. Chelsea offered him more to sort it all out once we got involved.
Bro,
but again,
I don't know, man. I just think you can't just think two players exactly. I think Caicedo, definitely. I think money, yes, it played a big factor. But I also feel like as well, Chelsea wanted him from time. And even if you want to say money's a big thing, yeah, but them sort of saying like you're the number one target, rare tear, we'll give you this amount. Even if the amount doesn't change, he's still gonna be like, you man, yeah, do you know what? Calm. You man made the effort for me, innit? Whereas these managers come on the scene, and even if they offer a little bit less, they're an amazing team. But nah, these man from jump, innit? Like their project or whatever it is that he thinks, London, whatever, he's just thinking, right, boom, I'm gonna roll with that. That's all I saw it as. I just think we were just a bit late on the scene, bro. That's what I think.
I hear that. I hear that. But like I said, just because Lavia is the one directly involved in the scenario, I just find it funny that people say, Lavia was so annoyed that he weren't Liverpool's first choice anymore and he felt backstabbed or whatever. So that's why he went Chelsea. But why didn't he think the same thing? It's the same person with that type of attitude. Why didn't he think, hold on a minute, Chelsea, you only just now want me. You're signing Caicedo. Caicedo's blatantly going to play ahead of me. You don't value me as your number one target. I'm coming in here to be backup. Why didn't he have the exact same mindset for that then? Because it's the exact same player. We're saying he didn't want to be Liverpool's second choice and felt hurt, so he's gone Chelsea, but he's Chelsea's second choice. It's the same player. So why has he gone one team to be second choice, but didn't want to come Liverpool to be second choice? When effectively he was going to be the first choice player. It was just we tried to buy another player, so it was second choice in that way. The same player, you know, with the same attitude and the same outlook on life. But all of a sudden, it's different for different scenarios. That doesn't make sense to me. Logic says that don't make no sense. But again, let's move on.
Just a quick one, quickly. Pause. Do you think it's impossible to see Lavia down the line in a 6 and Caicedo in an 8? Is that impossible?
No.
Because because I think people also think as well. People keep doing this whole because they got Caicedo, they can't get Lavia, they play in the same position. I think that's absolute. I don't believe that at all. I have to be honest, bro. I don't think that's impossible. Lavia in a 6 and thinking in 8 or vice versa. It's not, bro. If a team thinks you're good enough and they think that you can play together, they will say, let's see what happens. Whether it works or not is another thing. I'm just saying it's not impossible because I think you're saying sort of like, well, if you play in the same position as me, then how am I going to play? I don't even think it's like that, bro. You have to remember they lost their back midfielders, didn't they? Remember they lost flipping Kop-Ish, Mount. Who they did? Loftus-Cheek. There's someone else. I think they lost quite a few players in that midfield. In fact, they only had Gallagher and who did they have? Who did they have? Gallagher. Who started the season for them? Gallagher and freaking
Enzo, Gallagher, and
the Samuel Chukwueze, not Chukwueze.
yeah. So some
Not
other new signing.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So they're kind of light on the ground, bro. They need the numbers. So that's why I don't feel like even Lavia looked at that and went, because you're in the same position as me. I think he's probably thinking like they're rebuilding just like how we're rebuilding. And it's a thing where he's just like, this could work for man. Not necessarily saying he's better than what we have, but he's just thinking they need players. It's not like they just need the one DM. Because I feel like if it was the one DM, he probably would have been like, nah, it don't make sense.
But he's still backup. He knows for a fact that Enzo and Caicedo will be the pivot. He knows he's backup. The whole world knows he's backup.
We'll have to wait and see, bro. I think Lavia will play. I could be wrong. I could be so wrong if he doesn't play, bro.
I mean, but play instead of who? Because he's not playing instead of Enzo or Caicedo. He's not playing in place of.
So you don't think Lavia's going to play at all this season?
No, of course he will play. I'm talking about in terms of, but if he's playing, there's something that's happened while he's playing. It won't be because he's playing instead of one of those players. It will be somebody suspended, somebody's injured, or
because the reason why I think
it won't be because he's just playing.
This came into my brain now. The reason why I feel like he might play more so than even before when he signed is because Nkunku got injured and Nkunku's attending they're playing 4-2-3-1. They could do the 4-3-3 thing. And if they do 4-3-3, that actually works better for Lavia because Lavia will be the single pivot with Caicedo. Sorry, single pivot, and then he'll have Enzo and Caicedo either side. I don't think that's impossible, bro.
I mean, they could do that.
I actually feel like that probably works better for them while Nkunku's out. But I'm not potching it. I don't know. I'm just saying, I just think we shouldn't be sitting there ruling out thinking because they got Caicedo and Lavia, Lavia's just not going to play. I don't think it works like that. But I could be wrong. Rotation as well.
He won't play.
They got a lot of midfielders, you know. Bro, they still got Conor Gallagher's like their leading man. Like obviously they got Enzo, but take away Enzo up until Caicedo. I'm thinking it was Conor Gallagher, fam. And
no,
Enzo,
I know they don't. I know they don't have a lot of players, but he would have played more. He would have played more football at Liverpool. That's the point I'm making.
Oh, facts. Of course he would.
So the fact that the fact he felt like second best or whatever doesn't wash with me at all. It's the same player, but again. Let's just allow talking about him now because they're both Chelsea scum.
Yeah. No, of course. Let's move on from that because I've had enough of them talking about Chelsea. But let's just before we go, let's just speak about us again because obviously, like you said, there's 8 days left, bro. We're in a predicament. There's a reason why we're going back and forth, and it's because we're uncertain what the club's going to do. We're annoyed about the previous, mistakes that we've made. Everybody we be linked with, bro, whether it's Andre. Apparently, Liverpool really want to get him, but they don't want to meet the release clause, and they might not even come back in January. I just don't understand what's going on there. If you like the player, go pay the release clause. But again, are Liverpool being extorted because everyone has got money? I'm seeing a report today with Kone, and I think, funny enough, our sporting director's son, who's the sporting director at Gladbach, has said, well, if Kone is going to move, it'd have to be for a hefty fee. Basically, bro, anybody we get linked with, all we hear is if they're going to leave, it's going to be a crazy fee. Bruv, are we in the mud or are we just overthinking
it? We're in the mud, bro.
So we're swimming in the mud then. Pause.
We are indeed, bro. We are 100% swimming in the mud, bro. And you know what it's like trying to swim in mud?
Bro, you're not getting nowhere. But you might as well call it quicksand.
It's hard enough to walk through mud.
Well, basically in quicksand. Let's just call it quicksand, innit? You can do all this. You can do all of it to try. You're just going down, innit? It's quicksand, bro.
Quicksand, bro. But one thing I will say to try and be a little bit optimistic, even though
let's try and be optimistic.
Even though I don't believe it myself, to just try and be a little bit optimistic. Everything Liverpool seem to do comes out of the blue. Everything.
True.
There's pretty much hardly. Lavia is the only saga Liverpool have ever done that I can remember. Everything else normally is you hear a couple rumblings for about a week, sometimes not even rumblings, and then bang, all of a sudden he's a Liverpool player. You
know why? You're so right. You see, Soboslai, I remember Bigger Ornstein. He was the first person. Ornstein said on a Thursday, Liverpool have explored a deal, although it's not looking very likely. I remember he said that on a Thursday. Next day, breaking. Liverpool closed the signing. I was like, what? What are you talking about? You just said the thing. So you're right. Things can change dramatically.
Thiago's the only other player that it took about a week to 10 days from when we first heard it to when we actually put in a bid for the player and we realized it was real. But other than Thiago, Lavia is the only saga I remember. If I'm wrong. People like remind me, you know what I mean? But everybody else, Tsimikas, Jota, Soboslai,
McAllister was
Diaz.
Yeah.
Like everybody I can think of, bruv. Everybody I can think of. Fabinho, Bobby. I mean, the Salah one dragged out a little bit, actually. That was about 2 weeks for Salah.
Endo was out the blue. Bro, Endo literally just...
Yeah, Endo was out the blue. Salah was about 2 weeks.
on a random day just said, yeah, we're getting
Mane
Endo.
was out the blue. Genie was out the blue. So Salah, Thiago, and Lavia are the only ones that I can think of where like there was a bit of a like, we knew about it, it took a while, there was conversations, and then we got the player. And we didn't even get Lavia, but you got what I mean. Everyone else, bruv, everybody else was like just out the blue. Out the blue.
Yeah.
So on that one, I kind of think that we should have a little bit of optimism that Liverpool might do the same. They might do the same thing they always do and just hit us with a watch me now out of nowhere. And we're like, oh, raw. That's the only thing I can say to people to try and make everyone feel a little bit like better.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying because Liverpool are we are the club to just out of nowhere, we're signing my man. You're like, what? What are you talking about? You don't even know how to react. You're just like, it's happening now.
You know what? Cal saying Naby was a saga. I disagree from memory. We heard a couple of rumblings, and then all of a sudden we were getting him, but then it was just, but he'll go back on loan till next year.
There was a bit of high.
I don't remember it being a saga. Like, it wasn't getting dragged out.
There was a bit of a saga because Liverpool wanted him the summer that we first showed interest, but remember it got played out a bit, and then we had to settle for the summer after. I remember when we first got linked to him, we tried to get.
I don't remember it being dragged out. I remember it being like a last couple of days of the window, and then all of a sudden we put in a bid for him, and then we put in a bid for my man at the same time who went Atletico. But then we just heard that Naby was for next year.
It was near.
I don't remember it being a saga.
Yeah, it was a saga. I remember, bro, because when we first got linked to him, maybe beginning, middle, but it wasn't the end. And I remember thinking, oh, we're going to get Naby. And then they're haggling. And then it finally agreed, like, oh, boom, you'll get him next summer.
Yeah, Lamar, that was
Do you know
Lamar.
what?
I don't remember.
Do you know one of the biggest ones that we nearly mash up? Virgil. We nearly mash up the Virgil team. Remember?
That became a saga because we got caught in Brighton.
Yeah,
that's why that became a saga.
Without that,
it wouldn't have been a saga.
We got caught, bro. We got caught.
No. But I'm saying it wouldn't have been a saga if we never got caught, though. That only became that because of what happened.
That is the
not 4K, bro. In a real life, bro.
Man said, what, 125K in real life settings?
Yeah, bro.
125K, bro.
Bro, that was real life, bro.
Imagine, bro. Imagine
man got caught sharing a candy floss on Brighton on Blackpool Beach, bro. That was our madness, bro.
Man said Cinnabon was there as well, you know.
That was an actual madness.
Man said Virgil and Klopp were having a Cinnabon.
Man was just, I don't know who, it's probably Klopp holding it. The candy floss, and Virgil just taking some off as they're walking down. Oh my days.
Nah, do you know what? When that got announced, I just thought when it said like Liverpool, I try to remember the line. It was like Liverpool have had to back. I can't remember the line, but it was something like Liverpool have agreed not to pursue Virgil because of da-da-da-da. I was in my brain, I was thinking, I can't believe we've just effed up this transfer. Like, I can't believe it. And then big up, what's his name? It's not Tom Werner, Mike Gordon. Mike Gordon, the guy that's it was Mike Gordon. Mike Gordon was the one that smoothed negotiations with Southampton.
Yeah.
He was the one.
I mean, 25 million. 25 million helped.
But they had to, bro. But he had to get. You see how when Chelsea brought in Bowley to get Caicedo, we had to go to them kind of lengths there still.
Which was worth it. It was all.
It was worth it. We got Virg, innit? Man said that we'll do it again, innit? Man said we'll do it all over again, innit? Pause. We'll do it again, fam. You know what I'm saying? The signing was there, so. But yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can say to make people feel a bit better and feel a little bit optimistic is hopefully Liverpool do it out of nowhere, which is what about 70% of our transfers are. They just come out of nowhere and we're like, oh, raw shit. Look who we're getting. We just have to hope. And the thing that's bothering me the most about this, Matt, the thing that's really, really rattling me is that we haven't even remotely been linked with a centre-back. Not even a sniff.
No, we did. Remember the guy you was telling me about? You told me the other day. I want to say he's from Bayern Leverkusen, left-footed centre-back, and I'm going to say he's Ecuadorian. Something Hen Cape or something. 21-year-old.
Yeah, but I mean...
him?
I mean, like real credibility of a link, like not like an airy-fairy link. I mean,
is
like
Hincape or something
like
that?
a real
Hincape. Is it Hincape?
Yeah.
That's the guy. Yeah.
I mean, like a not a little sprinkle of a link like that. I mean, like a real solid, boom. Like Liverpool are going for this guy or whatever. So yeah, I don't know.
Do you remember we were linked with I don't want to sit here and do this, but when we were linked with Van den Ven, is it Van den Ven, the one that went to Spurs?
The one that's going to Spurs, yeah.
I was never really convinced on him, I don't know why. I just wasn't convinced. But anyway.
How much did Spurs pay? About 50 mil?
About 50 mil. He ain't a 50 mil defender. I have to keep it a buck. I think he's better than what they had before. I just feel like we would feel underwhelmed if he was to sign him. All jokes aside. That's no disrespect, but I just don't think he's that guy for us anyway. He's just quick. But I just don't think he's the guy. Yeah, I heard about Schurz.
We'll see, innit? We'll see if he is good. He's obviously at Spurs now, but we need to go and get a defender. We need a
midfielder. Just quickly, before I read that super chats, bro, do you think we should get an 8 or a 6 or a combo?
In an ideal world, you buy both. We don't live in an ideal world. So what you do is you buy a hybrid. You just go.
Yeah, that's
Kone.
what I mean by the combo. Yeah, the hybrid.
You go and buy Kone. You go and buy Andre, or you go and buy Thuram, or Gravenberch. You just buy a hybrid who does both. That can fill in either. Kone's sitting right there. I don't get it, bro.
I don't.
Do you start thinking that there's a problem with the player when the ability's there, but for some reason nobody's going for him? Because what I do find weird is that as Liverpool fans, we're annoyed that we're not going for him, and I get that because that's our frustration because we rate him. But bro, why is nobody else going for him? Do you get what I mean? Like it's weird, isn't it? Like
no,
when you think to yourself, why
you know why though? No one else
is
was going for him up until literally. Because he got injured. I think it's hard to say because he got injured and no one knew when he was going to return. He's only just returned. People are probably sitting there evaluating, thinking, do we go for a guy who just returned back from injury or do we look somewhere else? So I don't think it's because it's an attitude.
It wasn't a serious injury though, bro.
No.
It wasn't a type of injury to make you think that.
No.
If it was a bad injury, I'd get it. But
people didn't know when he was going to be back. There were rumors that he wouldn't be back until like late September, but he's really back in training apparently. Do you get what I'm saying?
At the time, they said 6 weeks. So I think if you want him, you would know.
All right, I'm going to stick my neck on the line here. If we do get another midfielder, I think it's either going to be Kone or Gravenberch, Do you know that?
Oh, you do think that we'll get one?
No, not do. I just think if we're going to get one, I think it's going to be one of those two. I don't see another midfielder. I think them two, they can do 6 and 8. I trust Kone more in the 6. And he can do the 8 thing. Gravenberch is more of an 8 than a 6, but I think Liverpool will be thinking if you can go back to the days of Ajax with a little bit more discipline, maybe you can do a thing there. But I think it's be one of them two. There's a reason why Kone was the first midfielder we were linked with, if I'm not mistaken, all summer. He was the first person that we were linked with, even before Thuram, even before.
No, I think Thuram was the first one, wasn't he?
You sure? Wasn't it Kone? I said it was Kone and Thuram. I could be wrong, by the way.
I think it was Thuram first.
Was it Thuram?
I think it was, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Kone.
We were linked with Thuram before we even signed McAllister, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it? Yeah, you might be right, actually. Why did I think it was Kone?
I think the Kone link started to happen once the...
Maybe once the Thuram thing.
Yeah, once the Thuram thing had picked up a bit. And then I think we started to hear the Kone links.
Yeah.
Because that was before we got SummerSlam, remember? So we were thinking that we were going to buy McAllister, Thuram, and Kone, which everybody would have been happy with.
Put it this: he was the first. He was one of the first names, shall we say? Bro, there's a reason why his name won't go away. And remember, the sporting director, if I'm not mistaken, or general manager or something at Gladbach is my man's son. You know. You know George's son.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Bro, this is another thing I don't make no.
How's that? How does that? How we not just like that's easy, right?
Bro, listen. I know FIFA will look at that transfer. They will look at that transfer. But bro, 30 million euros. Come on, bro. That's light work.
Can I tell you what I think will happen if anything happens? Because I don't think anything's going to happen. But I think there's
if
only
it
one
does,
scenario.
I'm saying if it does.
Yeah, this is what I think will be the only scenario that happens. We get Andre for 20 million in January, and we let him finish his season with Fluminense.
All right, Andre.
And we ride out with Endo for 3 months, which as long as he's fit is actually very plausible.
Big up Cal. Man said Schmacker's kids don't respect him. Because he's just man knows Kone is there and he's just like, Dad, you're not getting Kone in. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you're
or do you lot think, trying to be optimistic again, do you lot think the reason why we're calm on the Kone thing is because his son will obviously give us any heads up if there's anything that will
bro, come on, let's keep it a buck, yeah. All jokes aside. Kyrie, obviously my actual son. I'm calling Kyrie now. Imagine Kyrie's the same age as my man. It's gonna be a normal phone call, you know. Son, how you doing? Yeah, Dad, I'm all right. What are you doing right now? I'm just about to leave work in a second. Obviously, son, you know Kone's there, innit? We need him still. Dad, this is my job. Yeah, but I'm your dad, innit? Yeah, but Dad, we can't. No, but I'm your dad, innit? All right, how much? I'm your dad. But it's so, like, I don't understand what the long thing is. If I'm calling my son and I need something, it's my son. I'm expecting.
No, I hear that. But what if we're waiting right until the end because we know that it'll be sorted so quickly because we have that?
Maybe.
Do you get what I mean? So we're just testing the waters. But what it is, he's on speed dial. So if his son rings him, he knows it could be to say hi, pops, or to say somebody's inquired about Kone. You better hurry up. Like it might be one of them kind of.
Or it could be a simple thing where it's like, you call son, what are you doing on the weekend? Obviously, I'm probably just gonna. I've got a few things to do on the weekend. I might go bowling with the missus, whatever it is. Yeah, but you know, Kone's not done yet, innit? What are you saying? Yeah, but Dad, obviously, I just told you, they told me I can't sell Kone and I'm going out. No, but it's Kone, innit? You know, I need this favor, innit? All right, Dad. All right, cool. We'll talk on when we do the bowling thing. You coming bowling, Dad? Yeah, of course, I'll be there. Just make sure Kone's agent's there as well. All right, cool, Dad. Say nothing. What we saying?
But it could work.
Can't might be right. Maybe my man don't respect him.
What if his son is on the phone to him saying, "Yo, you know what, bro? We know what, Dad. Like, it's gonna look bait if I sell you a minute. I ain't gonna hot myself up like that. No, I'm not doing it." And he's like, "What are you talking about, son? Like, sell me the plan." He's like, "No, I ain't doing it, Dad. I'm a grown man now. I stand on my own too now. I don't live under your roof no more, Dad. I do what I want."
And you know what I will say?
We don't know. It might be that ain't my son. We don't know what the scenario is. We don't know what the relationship is. We don't know, bro.
Bro, if Kyrie's not selling me Kone, just know, anytime man called me for anything, it could be like, man calls me, Dad, what are you saying about Dad, come around from my butt. Well, you think, we'll hold that grudge, you know? You think it's a joke? Christmas time. See everybody, say hello to his wife, whatever, his kids as well.
You know these ones. You know when Schmack and his wife are watching TV and Schmack's phone rings and he looks and he sees it's his son. So he just kisses his teeth and silences it and keeps watching. And then about 30 seconds later, his wife's phone rings and he goes, "That's there. Don't fucking answer the phone." Man thinks he's slick. Man tried to call mum like his dad there. Don't answer the fucking phone.
or tell him I'm up there, or tell him I'm in the gym or something. Tell him I'm in the gym. Ain't dead.
Like we don't know. We don't know. We don't know
it's
what the
true.
relationship's like. We really don't know.
It's true.
But it does seem a bit weird.
I just felt there's a deal there to be done. Kone, from what we've heard, wants Liverpool. I just feel like we can't. That and Gravenberch, but do you know what? Just quickly before we move on to Super Chats, would you rather Gravenberch or Kone?
Kone.
Tell me why, though.
I just think he's better.
Why is he better?
I think he's further along in his development. I think he's stronger. I think he's better defensively. I'll probably say they're quite similar in terms of like their skill set because they're both very silky, very nice on the eye, very.
Well, Kone's got that baller swag, you know. That's what it is.
Yeah. No, but so's Gravenberch.
No, Gravenberch is.
That's what I'm saying.
Kone's
both of them take care of the ball extremely well.
Kone's better defensively.
Kone's better off the ball. In all aspects, like defensively, he's a better presser of the ball. Yeah. He's just all round better off the ball. But you know what? I'll take either. I think they're both brilliant players, to be honest. I
will be happy with either. If I had a preference, even though I've been a big advocate for Gravenberch, for what we need a Manu Kone. Big up Cal if he's still watching. Cal is the biggest advocate for Manu Kone. Cal been screaming Kone pause for 2-3 years. For a minute, he's been saying Manu Kone.
2 years, yeah.
Yeah. Right, let's get through these supers, bro. The greatest player in the world, woeful owners in a worldwide club acting small time. I agree that the owners are really just not doing enough. Big up Cal, pause. That was probably something I said earlier. I have no idea where it was. Big up Ben. Love for the super chat, my bro. LFC Network, me and Matt want Rodrigo de Paul. LFC, make it happen. Hey, bro, I'll be honest. I think that train gone, you know. that Rodrigo thing gone now, you know. Sean P. Casey, have to be honest, boys. Last few streams have been doomish, not Kopish. The transfer season is not over, and we are ballers. We will do business. Big up. Sean, I hope you're right, bro. Honestly, big up, bro. And you know what it is, Paul? We're just concerned. Sorry, Sean. We're just concerned. We're just concerned, Sean. That's all it is.
I don't think I've been that doomy.
No, I just think I've just been a bit more pessimistic than I normally am. Because normally I'm the one that's like, no. But I'm just, there's an opportunity here this season, innit? There's an opportunity, and I don't want us to miss the opportunity, man. That's all it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? H says Chunks is more mobile than Flacco at this point.
I ain't gonna throw no shade at Chunks.
Big up Chunks. Smackdown has
H, man.
Bro. H, I can't even.
Oh my days. Do you know how much he just made me visualize that? Fucking hell, H.
Oh
my days.
Hey, bro, yo. Sure, big up Sean. Let's be real. We were all saying that even if we got Lavia, he would not be good enough to start and needed a mentor. It's fish and chip paper now, boys. I disagree with that, Sean. Me and Drift have been big advocates for Lavia signing for Liverpool and starting for Liverpool. But we agree with you when we say it won't fix all of our problems, but it would fix a lot of our problems. Am I lying, Drift? Or am I speaking out of turn for you?
Yeah. No. I know there were people in the fan base that were saying that he wasn't good enough. Sean's right in that regard, but I don't think it was any of us. Maybe Cal might have said it. I don't know. But like, I know that I felt that Lavia was good enough to start for Liverpool.
Same.
And I'm sure I said it. I'm sure I said it. Yeah. Because I was saying, like, if you're good enough, you're old enough. That's how I was looking at it.
I hear you, bro. Sultan, Endo versus Tonali, Joelinton, Bruno, Gomes, it's peak. But you got to look at it a different way. It's Endo, Soboslai, and McAllister versus Tonali.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
Darlington,
when's he
and Bruno
getting his
Gomes.
3-on-1 Survivor
Yeah,
series?
bro. So, don't worry about that, man. We can match them. Mario, timeline. We were the mystery club that bid for Caicedo. That could be. Remember, there was this rumor going around, but everyone kept on saying it can't be us. It can't be. And it might not have been, but it's starting to make a little bit more sense if that was the case, though.
But then that would mean that we weren't so last minute, and Caicedo knew we did want him.
All we want, it's hard to. But I'm just, it's hard. But pause. It's hard to know that going by the information because everyone kept on saying it wasn't us. But now it starts to make you wonder: was it us after all?
The mad thing is, I don't want to be one of those bad mind hating type people because I'm not that like in terms of my personality. But man, I hope those two flop at Chelsea so badly. You know, sometimes it's just like, after what you tried to do to man and that, like I hope they flop. Like third time you've been around her yard and you still can't get it up. So now she knows it ain't her, it's you, big man.
Man's just out here like. Yeah, I might need to go to chemist or something.
Yeah.
Still, like,
man tried to put it on her the first 2 times. Man's like, third time out, she's like, nah, big man, this has got nothing to do with me.
This ain't me. Issue. This is a you problem.
This is a you problem.
Broski. No.
I want them flopping like that, bro. That type of flaccidness, bro.
Chelsea didn't outbid us for Lavia. Then we bid 111 million for Caicedo. They got peed off and took both. Yeah, there's a bit in because you know how Bowley moves, isn't it? Man's moving like he's freaking Thanos, and I can't lie. Right now he's Thanos because no one's kind of told him nothing yet. JC84 says, if we don't bring in anyone else before next week, then Klopp and FSG have to be thoroughly interrogated. This window has been inexcusable. We deserve more than this as fans.
We do.
We saying just? Yeah. I agree with that as well.
100%.
Sammy Soso. Chelsea had a 50 million bid rejected on August deadline day. Yes, that was for Lavia. I heard that as well. I did have, so they wanted him from last year as well. Sammy Soso says for Lavia, so they was in contact before us. Yes, if that is the case, they actually were.
I don't think that's true, but yeah.
LFC Network says we should look at Mohamed Kamara from Monaco. I don't know anything about him, if I'm being honest. Mohamed
I don't know anything about him.
Big up for Steve Chat, my bro. Hey, shish. Schmack is no decorum. When he goes to the toilet, you can hear the doo-doo splash sound all the way in the kitchen. Shit, my head.
H, man.
No, H is actually killing it. I can't even lie.
H is a menace, you know.
I know, bro. Big up H. Choki says, looking back at Prime Hendo, One Adam and Fab was special. 100, bro. 100. Of course
I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if you saw that video going around that was talking about Mane, Bobby, and Salah. And it was like an appreciation thread, whatever. I think at the time we knew it, but looking back even more, in club football, MSN's the only front three that's ever been better.
I agree. Yeah, as a collective, I agree. Because even though I will say, what was the other one? Is it BBC?
It was Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo.
No, in the BBC, Bale, Benzema, and Cristiano.
I don't think that was a better front three.
But I don't think. No. What I'm saying is they're in the conversation, but I don't think they were better than us.
Those three were brilliant individuals that had a little element of chemistry. But in terms of chemistry,
although how many Champions Leagues did that man win though? I just sort of put that out there though. Even though I shouldn't have even said that.
But there's a lot more to that. That wasn't just about.
No, of course.
But like if you go and look at Mane, Mo, and Bobby in terms of like their overall, their link up, their camaraderie, their just everything, bro. It was like they were made to play together.
So I'm laughing. HTC the chat is so mad. Hey, bro, I want just read it. Just read it in your mind, bro. Just read it.
What, a new
one?
Look
now. Yeah. Bro. even read that, you know.
Yeah, that's gonna have to just be an on the screen man can read for himself too. We can't read that out, man. H is a savage, I swear down.
No,
H is an absolute savage.
Hey, big up Gaz.
Big up
It's
Gaz.
Gaz. Lads, I don't know if I mentioned it. Love Soberslide. Bro, come on now.
You
Soberslide's the
did.
guy, bro. Pause. Trust me. I'll just let H, man. Oh my days. Big up H. Sultan says ideal scenario, Kone and a centre back and bring Andre in January. 100. That will be an ideal scenario. But
especially
we don't
if that centre back was a really good centre back.
Yeah. We just don't do ideal scenarios though. Oh no, man.
I don't think anything's gonna happen, but we'll see, innit? We'll see. Another day, another dollar. We're another 2 days closer to the transfer shutting since our last stream, and still nothing. Yeah, it's getting worrying times, bro. Worrying times. But definitely I tell you what, though, if we move up Newcastle at the weekend, I think everybody will feel a bit better. So
100%. And I think on the weekend we might actually see Endo, Soberslide, and McAllister start. I think they all three might start. I think so. Endo with having more training as well, maybe getting used to the patterns of play. Very intelligent guy as well, from what I've been hearing as well. Very good at and taking instructions. Let's see what happens. All right, let's Sam Max Legends. We should get Arthur T. That's the left foot. It set it back in it from Ren. Okay, left foot. Okay, before I said it, from Ren. International boy is good, but we won't. His price will go up in July 24, and FSG will duck out. I heard about this guy still.
I don't know anything about this guy.
I've heard about him, but I can't sit here and say I've seen much about him. But I've heard people talk about him, like Twitter and stuff, saying that he's kind of a bad man still.
Is he part of a new crop of Belgian players coming through then, I'm guessing?
Yeah, he is still. He is, from what I've heard.
I just want to... Do you know what? A lot of people might disagree with me on this, but I think a right-sided centre-back's actually more important than a left-sided one.
No.
If Ibu gets an injury, God forbid, Matip can't carry the load that the system.
No, your boy will be. Your boy.
Who? Gomez.
If I'm,
I don't think Gomez will play centre back anymore. I think even Klopp now sees him as a right.
No, bro. Gomez in a back three. I think he might be all right. Might be all right.
What you mean on the right side of that three? You mean?
Yeah, I think he might be all right, bro.
He'll do a better job than Matip based on his athleticism.
That's what I'm saying. I think he might be all right.
I've got a feeling that Klopp just sees Joey as a right back now. I could be wrong, but I got a feeling he kind of sees Joey as a right back now.
I think it sounds crazy, but the way how we play football now, Gomez is probably more of a sure bet than Matip, you know. Because you know what it is? It's like, even though I know Gomez will make that mistake, I just think Matip look like he might struggle to keep up with the game. If, like, say we're getting countered a lot, I can't imagine Matip having to turn and run and all them things there, bro. He just looked like he's just gonna, he looked like I don't know, bro. He just don't look good, bro. You know
Other than pre-season, I don't think Gomez has played centre back since the loss to Real Madrid. I don't know if I'm forgetting a game, but maybe, I don't think he's played centre back since the Real Madrid game, apart from the first game of pre-season. I've just got a feeling Klopp sees him as a right back now.
If he does, then
that means we need another centre back.
Yeah, maybe so, but then I still think he'll play him right side centre back. I feel like he might be the first in line over Matip.
Maybe.
It's got to be, surely. If not, then
hold on. Quick question.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through this. We've got a few more. Yeah. Sultan, scenes when you lot stream the deadline day and we signed Calvin Phillips on loan, FSG out. No, let's not even put that in the universe.
Do you want to know what? With all due respect to Calvin Phillips, you lot can just assume what we're gonna say about that. I ain't doing a video for that.
Yeah, no, but might still say it might be a solo thing, or just be no video. It'd just be a reaction. I don't even know what to say. Cyril says Lynch. Lynch said we're linked with Wayne King from Cardiff. But I know Wayne. I don't even know Wayne King. You know Wayne King.
Lynch doesn't normally say things unless there's some.
I don't know about Wayne King.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying Lynch doesn't really say nothing that doesn't have any kind of validity to it. So there's a possibility that this is true. Then there's a possibility.
Yeah,
this is true.
I know. I agree. I just don't even know who. I don't know, man. Still.
Yeah,
I don't know Wayne King is. Yeah. Mr. Dare said, Drifty, big at yourself, 29 months as a member, big at yourself. Question from you guys, is Matip a legend?
Big up.
Yes.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yes, Matip is a legend, bro.
1,000%.
Matip is a bad man.
He's a bona fide legend, 100%.
Yeah, legend, bro.
Don't let a fall off of player make you, what'd you call it?
Hold on, what? He baited you guys. Come on, they baited you. What? Matt, you got bait. What? What did I say? Hold on.
To be fair, the bait didn't work though, because the way you said it didn't actually come out the way it was meant to.
Why are you not doing this? Why? Just why? You lot are bad, man, you know. You lot are so now I say you lot are so bad, man. You lot idiots, you know. Hey, you lot got nothing better to do. Sure. Is that true about the decor rating?
Oh, please don't be true. Is this hold on?
Whoever sent in that thing, a man said, hey, I'm so glad I didn't say it the way how Dead Man wanted me to say it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think
I'm so happy. I said Wayne. Hold on. I said Wayne.
This Liverpool, exclusive. Liverpool have submitted third and final bid for check to Kone.
Nah, but look who's in. I've seen that brother come up with some absolute nonsense, bro.
Yeah, so have I. He has got a few things right,
but he has got some things right though.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave that one. I don't think that's true.
But big pause because I'm pretty sure I said Wayne King. Wayne. Man never said, you know what I'm saying, people? You thought you got me. You thought so. So glad I said it like that. Trust me, VAR, you can go check it. But yeah, you're an idiot for that still. You're an idiot for that. I'm so glad I didn't say it the way how they wanted me to say it.
To be fair, saying you don't know about Wayne ain't even really that bad anyway.
Ain't it, man? I don't know about no Wayne, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't know about Wayne.
But yeah, there we have it, man.
Ain't it, people?
This is basically just a therapy session, to be fair.
Hey, guys, allow it, fam. Obviously, you said this in before. Big up, guys. Guys, I'm telling you, bro, they nearly got me still. And the thing is, I wasn't really paying attention. Man said it, but man said Wayne, you know. Will 95 says Lynch also. Oh, come on, bro. All right, it's bait now. It's bait. It's so bait. You might have got, hey, Will, you ain't got nothing better for do.
That one could have got you. That one could have.
Nah, never, bro. I saw it straight away. Come on, bro. Allow it, man. So much lateness. I said it was stink like fire in the elevator stuck with nowhere to run. Same Lavia, you're gonna be holding Lou raw for Endo when he stink out the joint too.
I hope you're right.
Big up H. My nan is a better source than Indy. God rest her. Cheapers. Big up H.
Yeah, that guy's not really credible. So yeah, that's
he's
fake
not.
news.
He's
Fake
not.
news. Fake
Trust
news.
me. But
I'm glad
now
it
people.
is as well. I don't want decorum.
Yeah, for real. People, listen. We've had a debate. We don't know what's going to happen. There's been a bit of doom and gloom, but there's also been some positivity tonight as well. We're not too sure what Liverpool are going to do next. We have to wait and see. Yeah, Drift, anything you want to say, bro, before we take the people out?
No, just everybody try and keep their cool a little bit longer. And let's hope and pray that
Trust me,
out of nowhere, like we bid for a player. Or I think the thing that's worrying me the most, Matt, is that we need 2 players, and I don't really care what I don't really care what 2 players they are. We just need 2 players that of good quality. Whether that be 2 more midfielders, 2 more defenders, a midfielder and a defender, whatever it may be, we need 2 more players of high quality to bolster the squad. And I just don't see Liverpool buying 2 players, never mind 1. So yeah, I'm a little worried, but we'll see.
Big up Sultan. We might get Amrabat, it seems, but United in also. I don't think we're getting Amrabat, bro. Like I said, I think we're going to be big up Sultan. I think it's either going to be Kone or Gravenberch. That's just what I think. When am I? So that says, Matt, when you fighting Mike, bro, I don't ever remember saying Mike Tyson's name, bro. Don't remember saying that ever. Like, ever.
I can try and make it happen, though.
Nah, it's cool, bro. You make it happen for yourself, bro. It's all good, though.
Do you know what's mad? I'd rather sign Amrabat than Decore. And I don't even think Amrabat is the one.
No, I'd rather sign Decore.
Would you?
Amrabat. Yeah, only because I feel like Decore, I don't think Amrabat's he's not gonna get any better. I feel like that's his ceiling, isn't it?
No, yeah. No, but I'm talking about just for the next like year or 2. I think Amrabat, I would rather than Decore. I'm just not sold on Decore. I don't think he's a crap player or anything, but for 70 plus million.
No, not for that money. I'm saying if you can get him, not for 70 though.
Yeah, but again, like I said, bro, that's how much it's gonna cost.
No, I hear you. People, listen, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, people. We'll be back again. Make sure you check us out. Keep an eye on the socials when we'll be back. And yeah, let's see what Liverpool do next. Will we sign any more players? Will we make any more signings? I have no idea. Let's see what happens, people. But it's your boy, Man Like Matt. It's Drift. It's always
smash that like button as well, people.
Trust me.
Make sure you smash that like button. And we'll be back on...
When are we back,
we got a preview for the
tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And
for the new class.
And I feel like
we're only on 430 likes. Come on, guys, smash that like button.
Yeah, come on, man, people. There's
over
1,000
of you in there. Come on, guys, smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new. We've got a preview for you guys tomorrow, and then this Friday is the call-in show.
That's
guys.
it. Friday call-in show. It's
the last Friday of the month. So it's the call-in show, baby. So yeah, we're obviously that's a big one for you guys. So yeah, looking forward to that. So yeah, we got a couple more, and then obviously we got the game on the Sunday. So you got us for a good couple shows.
That's what I'm saying. Throughout the next 4 days. People. There you go.
Watch along and a review for this one. So yeah, man.
Trust me, big game, big game. Newcastle.
Hold on. There's a super check. Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah, one last super chat just come through.
Why don't we all just have a maths debate?
You said it, bro.
I just said it as well, you know. Pause. I actually said maths. You don't allow it. You are idiots. You are idiots. You're actually idiots, you know. Nah, allow it, man. People, allow it. What's wrong with you, though? You don't got nothing better to do. I'm looking at the maths. Allow it, man. Allow it. You lot allow it.
Oh, man.
I'm pausing
on that note, people.
Oh, whoever said that, yeah? No, I can't even say that still. I can't say that. But I would get us cancelled still if I said what I was really going to say.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because I'm tired, bro. It's been a long day. Massive slow. I'm tired, bro. If you knew what my day was like, are you crazy, bro? No, man. You look now though, you got a problem, but you got the problem.
But
people, listen, it's been a long day, man. Trust.
Yeah, but people, until tomorrow, like, comment, subscribe. Big up everyone, and we are out, people.
Love people.
Peace.
Tomorrow.